And spawning in the top right position as the red Zerg player. Coming in from Acer, it is Bly. Just taking out 4GG, trying to keep his team alive, man. He's doing what he can. But now, spawning in the bottom left position, the next player to come out for Millenium, who they're currently up 3-1 in this best of 9 team league match. It is DieStar, who we honestly haven't seen too much of recently. At least I haven't. I can't really say that DieStar's really been stepping on too many radars. So this could be someone that Bly would play a lot on ladder, of course, both of these guys being European players, but there's also the distinct possibility that he might not be quite so sure what DieStar will go for, what kind of play he will use in this game. It does look like he will be going for the fast command center, though. Has quite a few SCVs queued up, as we can see. And it looks like Bly, though, he wants to just play standard as well. Not going for anything stupidly fast. Still extractor tricking, though, which is kind of interesting. A lot of Zerg players kind of stopped doing that. There's really not too many people that do it these days. Although I guess it doesn't really matter, which is why a lot of players usually choose not to, because it's not like it's a real tangible advantage. But we are going to have the 15 hatchery. There's the command center on the way for DieStar. And this map actually kind of favors, I feel, the aggressive play. Or at least the aggressive play that we saw from Bly in the last game. We do have that fast gas coming up now for the Acer Zerg. And I say that because this map has a very short rush distance. Getting to your opponent's base is really, really easy. It's not terribly far to go. It's quite easy to just get on top of that and just start killing stuff very, very soon. So the follow-up for DieStar is very standard, and Bly knows about this. He knows what's here. So this gives him an option with his gas to try to do something crazy, but he's not even mining it. He's actually just taking the extractor, and he said, you know what? You're going CC first. I might just take a third base instead. And I feel like that's the only reason why we would see Bly not mine any of the gas with this early extractor. To fake out an early SCV scout and go for a fast third. 2 queens are on the way. We'll have to see if he does go for the third hatchery before he starts mining that gas. The SCV, though, for DieStar will come in. It will spot this gas. But more importantly, he can click on it and see that not much has been mined. And DieStar will see that Bly did start mining it, but he took his time a little bit. He didn't go for it crazy fast. And these lings should be able to pick off this SCV scout without too much problem. And it does die. So bunker is set up defensively for DieStar. It's Overlord for Bly. He wants to know when the command center is going to move out. He sees the bunkers, so he knows, okay, it must be coming down shortly. These 2 lings will go over. Maybe do a little bit of poking. But with this gas, Bly, I'm curious what he wants to do with it. He's still mining even though he got ling speed, so we could see potentially another very aggressive play like in the last game. And knowing that there is this fast command center for DieStar, I mean, aggression is not the worst idea ever, but DieStar is going to be following in 4GG's footsteps with the overall strategy, which is to go for the fast Hellbats. He's got the reactor about to complete. He has the factory. He does have the second gas, so we should see an armory and a starport very, very soon from our Terran player. And this drone's going to head over, take this third base. Nothing stupid coming, nothing, I guess, stupidly crazy coming out of Bly. He isn't going to go for anything like another fast roach play. These lings will try to run into the natural, maybe pick off an SCV or 2, grab a mule. If he kills anything with these 2 lings, that's like a really, really nice. But these lings actually going to be able to get in and scout. Ooh, is he going to see everything with these 2 Zerglings? He sees the tech lab on the barracks. Where's the armory? It's in the bottom left. Oh, a great scout from Bly. He'll know that there are Hellbats coming in. There's no starport yet, though, and it will now start up. But with this stim coming in for DieStar, he does have the option to, instead of going for a fast third command center, he can just add on 2 barracks, go for really heavy bio timing with this, or possibly some sort of Hellbat-based all-in. But Bly, he's going to start 2 Evolution Chambers. He will start a Roach Warren. He's basically saying, okay, well, I know everything that you're going to potentially be able to throw at me, so I'm not terribly worried anymore. The Roach Warren is a very smart decision. Roaches trade pretty damn well versus Hellbats in just straight-up fights like we saw in the last game. But the real question is, how effective will the drop portion be? Will we see a lot of Marauders? There's still not constant Marauder production, which does indicate that DieStar might want to get another command center, but no. Adding on barracks. Interesting decision. He just wanted to be able to afford to build them a bit earlier and then immediately resume Marauder production. So it does look like DieStar will be going for what could be pretty much described as a 2-base bio Hellbat all-in. The only reason I use the word all-in is he doesn't have any engineering base behind this. He won't be able to get upgrades. He doesn't have the 3rd command center, so he won't have really too much of an economy to fall back on. And Bly with this 3rd hatchery, if he holds this off without too much trouble, he's going to be in a pretty much almost unstoppable position to win this game. Now there is the little bit of a wall off here with this queen, so Bly, he's got all of his bases being checked here. He's going to take out these rocks because, man, rocks are just the worst thing ever. And yeah, the Hellbat drop, though, it's moving in towards the main base now. Boosters activated, and DieStar wants to actually kill the queen off instead of anything else. It's kind of interesting. He will lose his medevac. He might kill this queen. No. Transfuse DieStar. I feel like if you're going to throw that away, at least try to get the drones at first. The queen is usually what you want to get if the drones are being pulled away. But these roaches are going to shove back the rest of these normal Hellions. And Bly with a great defense so far. He's going to have 1-1 for these roaches and speed on his roaches pretty damn soon. And we actually don't really have any medevacs here to defend this, or at least to help heal these units in terms of a defense. There is another Hellbat drop moving out, though. Does Creep Tumor see it? Yes. Bly knows what's coming. DieStar's going to dive in towards the natural. Will Bly defend in time, though, is the important question. Here come the Hellbats. A couple drones. Oh, he's starting to get a decent number of kills here so far. He's got about 4 of them. Nothing crazy. But these Hellions are still on the field. He's pushing out with the Marauders and the rest of his Hellbats. These roaches are still allowing themselves to take crazy amounts of damage. Oh, this Hellbat might get a ton of kills. Great shot there. That is the amount of damage that DieStar wanted to do. Ooh, almost getting another big hit. But now Bly finds himself in an awkward position. He has lost 11 drones. Ooh, will the stim be enough for these Marauders to punch through with the Hellbats? Let's find out, guys. He's pressing forward. That concussive shell, so good to have in this position. Just being able to prevent the roaches from getting away. Now the Hellions can actually catch the drones that are trying to flee. I don't know how much Bly can really do about this. This is a great timing attack from DieStar. These 3 Marauders just get completely stomped. But DieStar with these Broodlings, it looks like he will be finally stopped, but he has done quite a considerable amount of damage. Importantly, though, about 8 drones were saved from that base. They went on a mission to the left side of the map, try to find their home. Didn't find anything, but they're safe. And that's really all that matters. Behind this, DieStar's adding in a lot of production. Keep in mind, though, guys, the engineering bays only just finished. We have 1-1 just starting. +2 attack is on the way for Bly. But I don't want to spell complete doom and gloom because DieStar did kill off that 3rd base. And if you guys recall, 4GG was in a similar position versus Scarlet on Ohana with the amount of damage that he did and having the late upgrades in the late 3rd command center. He still did quite well in that match, and we do have a lot of Marauders, a lot of Hellions, a lot of Hellbats, and a Hellbat drop into the natural, trying to kill some more drones off. Nothing really killed off just yet, though, and I don't think these Hellbats are honestly going to be able to do too much. You can't get on top of those drones. Nice defense here from Bly. And he's pooping creep on the 3rd, which is also important to consider, because knowing that there's no 3rd base, for Bly. If he sees, well, you can't take a 3rd, that means Bly just needs to play defensively. He's going to get out Hydralisks before he even attempts to think about saturating this 3rd base. And he's getting Burrow as well. He just wants to have all the options available to him. The command center is moving out, but Bly knows that he can't take it. He knows he can't move in there. And now that he knows that at least there's a 3rd command center on the way, it means that Bly can safely drone his 3rd base. It means, okay, well, if you have that set up, I'm not really that worried. This Hellbat drop will go over to the 3rd. But the counter to Hellbat drops is to just not have any drones, actually. That's what it seems to be. And these roaches and these hydras are just going to clean this up. No problem, easy peasy. The medevac will be able to save that. But DieStar, with a little bit of a bioforce, is just moving around, killing the creep tumors. Very smart decision. He wants to keep these hydras nice and slow. We'll get in the medevac and just boost away. And this is a good way to utilize the medevacs that he has. Just trying to put this pressure on. But he needs to be very careful. If these hydras actually get on top under this command center, saving it will be almost impossible with how many roaches are there. DieStar does have a lot of marauders, though. Currently sitting at about 18 in his army. Combat shield just starting, though. It's a little bit late. Maybe not as fast as he would have wanted it. Some active creep tumors being shut down. Those are the most important ones to kill. If they're capable of spawning another one, you know, they're quite cancerous. No tumor pun intended. But DieStar is now beginning to saturate its third base. He's taking the gas there as well. Siege tank production, which I really like seeing. But this bioforce at the natural marine, man, he got left behind. And this creep is just great pressure on the creep, really, from DieStar, just constantly keeping it on his opponent's half of the map. He's really keeping Bly from pressing forward or really just starting to consume the playing field with that. Now we do have an infestation pit coming in for Bly. He can use this to go for the for the 33 upgrades. He can use it to go for the hive attack, potentially vipers or something of that sort. He does have his +2 attack for, DieStar does not quite yet have that. But once with his 1-1 wrapping up, he's going to be pretty close on upgrades. I'd say close enough. The real question is Bly going to try to commit to a push here? I feel like that would be a bit of a mistake. He doesn't have the Hydralisk speed or range, actually. Now starting the range upgrade, I think he's realizing, oh, okay, I need to actually get that. Roach pressure, though, on the right side of that third base will prevent 2 depots from finishing, which is nice. There's a broad roach as well. And supply blocking your opponent, of course, is always an effective strategy. DieStar will be able to finish that up. Ooh, there's this bioforce. The hydras and the roaches are coming, but he will be able to pick off these creep tumors on the right side. Unfortunately, 3 do finish just outside of the scan range for DieStar. Oh, his scan again. He's not scared. And he's going to pick off all these active creep tumors. Such great play from DieStar in terms of holding that off. But Bly has macroed quite well himself. He's going to step in here. Is Bly going to commit to this push? I don't think you can without Hydra speed. I just don't see any way that you can successfully attack into siege tanks without Hydra speed. I would say it's almost really risky to just attack into siege tanks no matter what. But without Hydra speed, that's just, you're not going to be able to get a really good position. And the Hydra range upgrade appears to be done. We have a Spire on the way. Scans, kills off more tumors, and Bly cannot get this creep past the halfway point on this map, which is very, very nice for our Terran player. And with the Hive about to complete and a Spire, we could see the Broodlords. Didn't really work out terribly well for Scarlet, though, so this could just be a Spire for maybe some Corruptors to deal with drops. And there the Hydralisk speed upgrade finally starts, as well as the 3-3. But DieStar can actually start his own 3-3 now, so he shouldn't be terribly far behind in upgrades. Actually, he actually doesn't have his +2 armor. Important to note. Those Hydras will do quite a bit of extra damage than you might be used to. And Bly has actually pulled all of his drones away from that base. He's going straight towards the right side, realizing that the threat of this push is just a little too great. And this third hatchery will fall. There's a lot of larvae here. But, oh goodness, we're just going to have Bly go for a big counterattack. Oh, Jesus. He's going to just, oh man, he wants to just base trade the crap out of this game, is what it seems to be. And DieStar, he's going to go for it. He doesn't care. He's all up for it, man. He's going to press straight in towards that base. There are Vipers on the field, but once these Roaches and Hydras get on top of the production, that's it for DieStar. He is fully committed. And that's going to be, it seems to be what he wants to do. These Marines are trying to kill off as many units as possible. But I honestly don't know which army is going to be able to win in a head-to-head fight, since the +3 attack upgrade, I believe, did finish. No, actually, he didn't even get it for Bly. Oh, the Evolution Chamber was killed before it could complete. And this Natural Hatchery is dead. There's still some drones in the bottom right. These Vipers are going to feast off of that. And I'm not sure, is Blinding Cloud really going to be what's going to win this? The Roach Warren is being produced at a proxy location, realizing, oh my god, I've got 4,000 minerals, and I can't spend any of it because all my production facilities are gone. Or at least all of my tech buildings. All I can make right now is Zerglings. He actually wants to start making something before that that spawning pool gets killed off. That's actually really, really difficult. DieStar does have a planetary fortress right next to that third command center, and that's actually going to be really difficult to break with the repairs. Continuing to scan, killing the creep tumors as well. And I feel like DieStar is in a really nice position. Bly can try to push in here, but there's SCVs already being pulled to repair this planetary fortress. Oh, he can use the blinding cloud, though. The planetary fortress cannot attack anymore. But the Bioforce, if it gets here in time, there's still so many Vipers. He can blinding cloud all this army for days. These siege tanks will not be super effective. And Bly can actually just run away. He can actually just kill these command centers off a run. The blinding cloud really hurting this Bioforce. None of these tanks able to fire. And that's just making things so tough. All these command centers really falling. And how many CCs are left? There's just this one orbital. I don't even know if there's... Oh, look at that, just burrowing the entire army. Really nice play. And Bly's taking bases everywhere. Bottom right side of the map, top left side of the map, the center left. And right now, DieStar is just going to end up chasing these units forever. And he's never going to be able to kill off all the buildings of Bly. And the other thing is, once Bly can get some tech up, these Vipers can just be cost effective throughout the game with the blinding clouds. DieStar's army will win in a head-to-head straight-up fight. There's no doubts about that, especially with the +3 attack. Where's that engineer? He didn't kill the... God damn it. But, well, he needs to keep the orbital alive. That's one of the most important things right now, because there's no buildings that are actually in a location where they can fly to safety. So, this hatchery will get killed off, but if this command center dies, oh, that could be so bad. The Hydras are getting under that orbital command. DieStar, you need to protect your homeland, but the blinding cloud will be able to just completely shut down these tanks. That's just what makes this so hard. This starport will die, but the command center will live to fight another day. He does see a couple of drones, and Bly's like, oh, well, he found me. I gotta get out of here. Speedlings being hit with concussive shells is so weird. Wow. There's still some mining in the bottom right area, but I don't think Bly's worried about mining. He's got 3,000 minerals. What he needs is a spawning pool. What he needs is I don't know, man. He needs, like, maybe mining gas and then get another roach horn up because he has those upgrades. But he's gonna just engage here. The blinding clouds go down on some of the bio. Not all of the tanks are covered immediately. Although this could be it for DieStar, though. Blinding clouds everywhere. He's literally just spamming it all over the place. And that's going to be it, man. A couple blinding clouds and those siege tanks were all he needed to win that fight. DieStar will lose, and Bly taking a second win here for Team Acer in this Acer TeamStory Cup match. So this series being brought even closer again and again and again. And really, really nice play from Bly, being able to hang in there. I feel like DieStar going for that base trade was a pretty big risk, and it didn't really pay off terribly well for him. Not having all the buildings flying around also hurt. But at that point, if you want to try to counter the Vipers, I mean, oh, they're just so cost effective in that situation. I don't know. I don't have anything else to add to that. So we're gonna have to see who Millenium sends out next. Currently, the score is 3-2. Still favoring Millenium, but it's much closer than it was before. You're watching the Acer TeamStory Cup powered by Intel. Next game coming soon.